Hi guys, welcome to the Sunday reading. What is up? I'm just looking at the live, it looks a little different. They're always updating things. So, this is going to be a love reading. I don't think we've had a love reading last couple Sundays. It's been more general. As much as I don't want it to be a love reading, here we are, finally having one. So, as always, I'm gonna wait the 5 minutes. I tried to come on a little earlier, but universe wasn't having it. It turns out I wasn't fully prepared, so it was perfect timing right now. Everything in divine timing, right? Okay. So, how are we doing this reading today? I heard you, them, we. I'm just trying to figure out why is it saying it like that. You, them, we. You, them, we. Okay, whatever. Let's just see what that means. You, them, we. Who are them? Is this a love reading? I'm already questioning the universe and they're just like, here we go. It's juice. Had enough wine yesterday. I went to my uncle's wedding. That was something. It was pretty, you know. It was amazing actually. It was like a reunion more. All right. Let's see. All right, universe, try not to show me. I want to be surprised. You, them, we. You. I'm like, hold it at certain angles, like it just flies out. Did you guys see that? That spontaneity card is always showing itself. Them and we came out together. All right. And just for a starting card. All right. Universe doesn't want me to use divinations today as a starting card. It wants me to use the book, but it wants me to use a psychic tarot card for the starting card. We're at 3 minutes. Let's see. Let me lower this music a little bit. Did the other song finish already? That was fast. Okay. Wow, okay. Okay. Let's see. Truth. Right at the bottom. Balancing with you and the universe. It's between you and the universe, I always say, with that card. So let's see. We're going to read from the book. And we're going to start. I told the universe, I was like, this book doesn't have it. Let's see. Okay. Numerology is the card I landed on in this book. And then I'm going to read this. My head's no longer in the sand. I'll focus on the task in hand and check each detail of my so nothing will slip through the net. We're going to read that 2 more times. My head's no longer in the sand. I'll focus on the task in hand and check each detail of my debt, so nothing will slip through the net. My head's no longer in the sand. I'll focus on the task in hand and check each detail of my debt, so nothing will slip through the net. Everything you have worked for hangs in the balance, so it's vital that you go through every detail thoroughly. You cannot afford to make errors at this time. Focus and precision will help you achieve the results you desire. Balance. Okay, now let's read about that truth. Number 20. Truth. The qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. At times, it takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show you how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that, evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. Did you hear what I said? Must now be on top. I was like, what? Let me stop. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alternations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself. Trust what you know to be true. The Judgment card. This is the Judgment card. Okay? Alright, guys. So I think we already got a feel of what this is going to be about. Balance. I guess universe is telling me not to repeat myself because I don't remember what I just read. Not that I wasn't paying attention, I was, but okay. It just took it from me. Alright. So I just have on right now random chill beats going on in the background. And I don't know, when I started this reading, my throat started being a little like if I had to clear my throat is what it felt like. I wanted to say choked up, but it felt like I just had to clear it. Like I had to go a few times. Like I got something to say. You ready? Alright. So let me show you guys. This is how it looks. And let's start. So we got you, them, and we. With you, we have intuition. So this card comes up as saying like following your intuition, knowing that the door is right there. Sometimes we can't see it because we're not in touch with our intuition. But always, the door is always there. The door is always in the now. The door is the portal. Living in the now is the portal. What door are we reaching for? Illumination? Twin flame? Let's get more clarity on that. Let's let's go into a different deck just for first with you. Let's see what the universe is trying to talk about here. Let's see. What about intuition? What about illumination? What needs to be revealed? What is this talking about? It fell on the truth card. Death and rebirth. And 9 of Cups. We do have Scorpio energy here, but I'm getting it's mainly the death and rebirth. You don't have to be a Scorpio. I see the infinity sign right there. I've been seeing that sign everywhere. I mean, not that I didn't know it before, but lately it's gotten my attention where I'm just like, how many times do I need to see you? And what are you trying to say? Maybe it's the oneness of the cycle that if you're resonating with this so far, if you're watching this now or later, you're most likely attracting it into your life for a reason. Death and rebirth. A part of our lives is changing. A new cycle is being brought. You could also resonate with the number 13. And then we have 9 of Cups. Letting go of something. To fall into that 10 of Cups energy. I just heard you are the cup. Wow, she has blue hair. I used to have blue hair. I want blue hair again, but I'm trying to stay natural for a little while. But when I had my blue hair, it was a time of really like healing. It was a lot of time of healing like that I felt when I needed that blue hair. I still want to get it. I love my blue hair, but you are the cup. You are the cup that needs to be filled. Spilled. Death to the old self. Let me get some more for clarity. Already? Okay. Universe was like, oh, Shozen! Oh, Shozen! I was like, what? Already? Okay. Whatever. I'm just gonna go with the flow. This is the flow, apparently. Let's see. Trying to keep all my stuff a little organized. A little organized. It's like a chaotically organized is the word. That's so funny. I have a let me just see what that says. Hold on, I'll be right back. Organized chaos is the word. Organized chaos. I have a planner and it's called Organized Chaos. I haven't even really used it. And it's funny. I thought it was only for actually I only used it for one day. That was it. I need to use it. I need to get my itch together. But I thought it was only for 2021. And when I looked at it again, I was like, oh my gosh, I could have been using it this whole time. I was waiting for 2021 to use it. Maybe that's symbolic for someone. Like, stop waiting for it to be the right time and just do what you need to do. Organized chaos. Sometimes it can feel like chaos, but really it's divinely orchestrated. Okay. Let's see. Alright, Osho Zen, what do you got to say about this? Beyond Illusion was the first card that flew out. What a beautiful card. It gives me rebirth. Rebirth turning into transformation. Turning into that butterfly. Focus on intuition. Change of perspective. A rebirth of perspective. It's not even... I'm actually right now working with Michelle Transcends. If you follow her, you know. We were just doing like a meditation kind of thing with like changing our perspective, turning our negatives into our positives, and kind of rebooting our robot self. You know, our inner programming. That's what I feel like with this. I feel like the programming is having a rebirth. The illumination, beyond illusion. What were you seeing before that wasn't serving your highest good? The Chariot is staring at me on the Light Seers deck. Understanding showed itself. Understanding and guidance was right underneath that. I'm going to take both. I'm not going to look at the rest. And guidance. It looks like a phoenix rising. And behind her, alright, this is gonna drag me. And behind her, alright, it kind of feels like it's a person kind of envying the phoenix. It kind of gives me Venus vibes too with this card. You know how Venus is like in that picture of her where she's naked and you see the maid's woman coming in to bring the cloak? This maid's woman doesn't look like she's... It looks like she's almost too blinded by her light. It's like filling her up with envy. Hold on. This understanding card is giving me like freeing the bird from the cage. But the cage was always open. And it's like you're finally letting yourself out of this cage. This is the same bird. That's the bird. That's the same bird. The bird has always been free, but I feel like its projection was putting it into a cage. That maid's woman, who in the picture with Venus is actually serving her highest good, even though she's cloaking her, this maid's woman is kind of serving her highest good, where she might be full of envy or greed, are the words that the universe is saying to me, but that's helping her see that she was always free. It's like she's also finding her soul tribe too, is what I just felt like. Can you guys see it? There you go. Wow, look at this. All three of them kind of look alike. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman, it's a butterfly, it's a phoenix, it's a bird. They're all one. Understanding guidance beyond illusion. Understanding guidance beyond the illusion. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? What is the illumination that you need to see? What is helping you see? What is giving you a death and a rebirth? Maybe right now you're going through a cycle in your life where you're saying goodbye to people, or there's people that you feel like you need to let go of. I know I said this was a love reading, but self-love matters too. Not in all my readings. Some of them are actually romance readings, but this one I do feel, I even said it to the universe. I was like, all right, if it's going to be about love, it's going to have to resonate with self-love too. And I guess it met me halfway with that right here, right now. It's about you. I said that in the beginning. It's between you and the universe. It's about you. What is staring at me? These cards are flipped over. Alright. It's Romance Angels, but I'm not using you yet. So don't try to talk to me right now. Okay. It's between you and the universe. This is your journey. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you have to be whole before you're in. The universe was like, hold on. Give me the words. You have to be complete. To be equal. Okay, you know when you look at a math problem, and let's say it's let's say the number is 6, right? Which is a physical number. And let's say, I wish I had a pen and paper. My pen fell and I was just like, I'm gonna need you. And now I know why. I didn't know why when it fell. I was just like, why did I say that? But 6. All right, let's say you need 6 on one side, 6 on the other side to be equal, to have like that symbol here, right? So whatever equation is on this side, which it could be like 3 plus 3 equals 6. And the other side, it could be 4 plus 2 equals 6. Whatever it must be, they have to be equal for them to be equal, for them to, to be a match. That's what the universe is trying to say when it comes to this. It doesn't mean that you have to be like, you just have to be a vibrational match for this. You can't be a 2 and be with a 10. Like, vibrationally, like, if you get what I'm trying to say. So when it says complete, it doesn't mean just because you have your triggers that you're not complete, or you're not a vibrational match. You can still be a vibrational match to whatever is meant for you. Okay. Universe said, let's keep going. Okay. Same deck. Gilded is also talking to me too right now. It's like, you're gonna use me in a minute. I really need to like not make my head look so big with the angle I pick. Sharing and existence. Look, she has a candle. Sharing illumination. Maybe it's sharing your story. Maybe that's... No, I'm not doing that. Universe is like, share your story. I'm like, no. Existence. We are here right now. We are growing through all the events in our life. Let's look at what sharing is trying to say. Sorry, it's taking forever. Osho Zen's book is a little odd for me. It's always been odd. Come on, where are you? And we're only on you right now. We're not even on them. Here we go. The Queen of Fire is so rich, so much a queen, that she can afford to give. It doesn't even occur to her to take inventories or to put something aside for later. She dispenses her treasures without limits, welcoming all and sundry to partake of the abundance, fertility, and light that surrounds her. When you draw this card, it suggests that you are in a situation where you have an opportunity to share your love, your joy, and your laughter. And in sharing, you find that you feel even more full. There's no need to go anywhere to make any special effort. You find that you can enjoy sensually without possessiveness or attachment. You can give birth to a child or to a new project with an equal sense of creativity fulfilled. Everything around you seems to be coming together now. Enjoy it. Ground yourself in it. And let the abundance in your life, in you, and around you overflow. Okay. Yeah, the universe is like pushing at me to tell my story. I really don't want to though. Really, really don't want to, but okay, whatever. I don't even know where to start. Forgiving someone who does not deserve to be forgiven. That quote that people say, I had to forgive someone who wasn't even sorry. And then it goes to saying, you don't need closure. You can give yourself closure. You don't need someone else to give you closure. You can do that on your own. I did that on my own. I gave myself closure to a situation with someone that didn't really deserve my forgiveness. But I deserved not to hold on to resentment. I deserved to not even give that person any more of my mind space. I deserve to feel free. So, in doing so, I forgave that person. Not because I felt that they were worthy of it, but because, like I just said, I felt that I was worthy of feeling forgiveness. And like I said, it's all projection. So even if I'm saying that person doesn't deserve and I'm saying I do deserve, that person is respectfully honored because they were meant to be that reflection to show you where you were at, like, before. To show you that you were in the cage. To be that old... Imagine this way. People who were in that cage with you, the other birds that were in that cage with you, the door has been open this whole time and they were inside of it also. They were showing you where you were at. They were mirroring you, in a way. Okay. When I first heard the beat, the universe was like, alright, this doesn't flow with it. But I didn't know if I should change it or not, but I guess that was my answer. I should have changed it because the words didn't really go with it. But also, waiting for someone, it's like you were waiting for you to show up. To become that queen of fire. Where she no longer had to hold on to any resentment or anything towards that person. And that's sort of what I did. I became that queen of fire here. Everyone, like, for example, everyone for Christmas was like, you picked the most best gifts for everyone. And it wasn't me. It was divinely guided. It was the universe, like, stop that. Get it for them. And I was like, you sure? And I'm like, some of the stuff was pricey, but the universe told me, it was like, don't worry, I got you. What you give is going to come back to you. And I was like, okay, you know what, fine. So I did my thing. I bought everyone exactly what the universe told me to buy them. And when they told me, their stories, this was the first Christmas. I'm at this higher level than I was last year. It's incomparable, but... that my intuition is so strong. So like I just said, it wasn't me, it was the universe. So when they told me their stories, I'm just like overjoyed with happiness and knowing that I shared my abundance with them, because that's really what it was. So that's just the abundance part. When we get back to this, so this person that I caught myself today, I caught myself yesterday, and someone else caught it today, where I was saying, like, they weren't sorry. And it was like recognizing that in someone is also a mirror, where it's like, it's also speaking to you and like what you need to heal. Why do you need them to be sorry? What do you need inside of you to give you that inner closure to actually let go of whatever is holding you down? What are you giving your weight? What are you giving your power away to? To your mirrors? And also, she has a pomegranate right there. It also gives me Persephone vibes. So I went to the kitchen right before this reading to go take out the pizza from the oven. And my daughter is like, what are you wearing? And I looked down. I didn't even notice I was wearing all black. Even though there's like, you know, a little bit of rainbow with the love, the singer love, his logo there. I looked down. I was like, wait a minute. I am wearing all black. What the hell is this? I think that's from the oven. But I got pizza stuff for me. But don't mind that. Yeah, I didn't even notice I was wearing all black. And then I remembered the shirt I have on, and it's from the first concert I went to from Love, and it's called How... What does it say? Let me look at this real quick. It says, it's supposed to say How I'm Feeling, but I don't know what it says. The Land for Friends. But the thing is How I'm Feeling. I just don't know if it says it on the back. I think it says it somewhere. It says it somewhere. That was the name of the CD and stuff. But I was like, how am I feeling? Am I feeling dark vibes? And then when I noticed the countdown I put up, which was like the sun and the moon, I noticed I was like on the moon side. I was like in my darkness right now. Not in a bad way, like this. Whoa, like this. It's like she's surrounded by darkness, space, the stars, but it's helping her see the light. It's helping her see the wish upon a star, the destination, what she's been asking for, her illumination. It's helping her see that, helping her freedom, her transformation, her death and rebirth, to become this phoenix, to become this queen of fire. So back to the story. If I needed to. Do I need to? Anyways, I genuinely did forgive that person. I did. I let go of all resentment when I went into this wedding, and I hugged that. I was the first one to make the move. I was like, you know what? I'm so like past it. I could even dance with this person. Kind of gives me that picture. Now it does. Not when I said it before, but now it gives me the picture of like that the girl that was so much in her fire. She lived in her fire so well that she could dance with the devil. And it was like, not like so divinely protected. So much in her, like, hold on, I'm getting something else. So grounded in the unknown. So grounded that even she could dance with the unknown. If you get the devil card, kind of energy that's coming now with that. Dancing with the devil is more like being grounded and being in the unknown. Drifting into space, but being grounded at the same time. It kind of gives me austral feelings there. But, so I did that. I gave her the hug. And when I did that, she kept telling me, like, I know you don't forgive me. And I was like, I do forgive you. She said it like almost the whole night. And I even danced with her. I danced with her and everything. And in those, I actually had a great time. And it felt great. It felt great to feel that freedom of not being in that cage anymore, of whatever feelings I was feeling about this, about someone who was close to me being in that energy. And I knew that the whole time before I knew what they did to me. I knew that the whole time that I was kind of a light. I was kind of a light in their darkness. I was a guiding person for them, and I did help them a lot with trying to get through doors in their own life. But it did kind of devastate me with what happened, because that person, you know, I didn't really expect it. But either way, I let go of that. And I shared my my love. And in doing so, I wasn't expecting anything in return. I wasn't expecting to talk about it. I wasn't expecting anything. But that person did talk, and when they talked, it didn't go so well. But that was until the ending. That, you know, the whole wedding was great. It was amazing, and everything was going well. Just that tiny little talk. And even with that talk, I guess the work is never done. That person is still a mirror for me in my life right now. And I guess we never run out of mirrors, right? Whether they're happy mirrors, they're always going to reflect to us things that are in our lives that are showing us the way. Can I move on, universe? Let's just get one more. Okay, the universe said 2 more. Go with the flow and inner voice. That is our, again, intuition popping up here. Going with the flow. If you've seen my countdown, you've seen the person on the boat. That's crazy because the boat was like, all right, it was a city. It's the city, and then it's like reversed. It's like a different perspective, and the person, the sky is the water, and they're on the boat. And when I seen that, I was like, that's me. I'm the person on the boat with a different perspective than the city. And the city had like the daytime, while the moon was like where the boat was at. So going with the flow is going with the unknown. And with going with the unknown, it helps you hear the universe. I can't ignore the fact that there's dolphins on here. And that's also soulmate energy too. They're opposite of each other. One's going this way, the other one's going the other. But it's giving me yin and yang energy. It's also giving me the fact of change. There's a pause button on here. Pause to hear your inner voice. And I feel like that's what someone did. They did do that. So that's how they evolved. They transformed themselves into this person. I channeled the water, the divine waters in the last reading. But with this card, I know it has a pause button, but I'm also getting like, you see the ice? There's ice right there too. I should use my water finger. I put all the elements on my nails to go to the wedding. I wanted to do something different, you know, like, instead of just getting random nails. They're alchemy nails. And I did like a bunch of research just to like figure out exactly what I wanted on them. And according to like, all right, that's too much, but this is fire, water, Saturn, Uranus, Apollo, even though it's missing a stone right there. And then we have air. And we have Venus. We have asteroid belt. I already said fire. Earth. It's supposed to be facing me, so I'll show you guys that way. Earth, the sun, and Artemis, which is like Sagittarius. But it wasn't supposed to be Sagittarius. It was supposed to be Artemis because I resonate with her a lot. But I'm getting a lot of underworld vibes. Like even with this symbol right here. It's like deep intuition. Going within deeply. I'm getting that with all of these. Like, it's like buried deep into your subconscious. It's like so deep that it kind of like, all right. It's like drifting off into the universe to the point where you leave our galaxy and you're there in the unknown. And it's like, you don't know what's gonna come next. It's like going into our core of the earth, and you're in there, and like they, you know, they say that, like, if you ever watched the movie The Core, they had to go into the core with these machines, whatever, and drop off bombs to help the Earth tectonic plates like do something so that they could stop vibrating, whatever. I feel like I'm getting lost, but I know this is all meant to be talked about. Getting to the core of something, and when you get to the core, it's not what you expect. It's not what you expect. And that is what happened at the wedding. It wasn't what I expected when we started talking. I feel like we didn't get to the core, and I wasn't really completely expecting to hear everything I did hear, even though I somewhat did, but you can try to mask the darkness, but it would show itself, is what I just heard too. I feel like something is showing that person where they didn't. Something is showing that person what needed to die. What needed to set them free. Inner voice, understanding, sharing, guidance, beyond illusion, intuition, going with the flow. Going with the flow, tapping into the universe, seeing beyond the illusion, seeing from that higher perspective, knowing that we're all one, knowing that people sharing your abundance, even with your enemies that are not really your enemies. They're there because they're actually your teachers. They're actually showing you what you need, because if it hadn't been for them, you wouldn't be able to fly. Why am I about to cry right now? Look what's at the end. The lovers. Okay. Can I go to them now? I'm gonna go move to them because my eyes. Okay. That's you. Going through a death and rebirth cycle. Finding illumination to be that phoenix. Okay. Can I mix these cards? Oh man. Let's just flip them both. What did I do that for? Okay. Trapped in fear is them. Trapped in fear. Oh man, I knew this was going to be an emotional one, but I didn't know it was going to be that emotional. That's them. Shit. Okay. Guys, don't feel bad for me when you see me crying. It's not like I'm like, oh, I need help. I'm not, I'm not. I'm just channeling. Trapped in fear. Remember, we're all one. This is them. This is them. This is them. Trapped in fear. That was you. That was you. That's them. They're still in the cage. My eyes are burning a little bit. I know that was a sage too, but they're still in the cage. Sorry. No, my Queen of Swords is coming on. She's like, you better chill. All right. Don't mind if you see my makeup messed up. All right, whatever. That's their aura right now. Maybe that's why at the end I told you guys at the wedding how everything was going so well, and then when we actually talked and we got to the core of things, That was what the Core showed me. It showed me they're still stuck. They're still in their ways. I flew out of that cage already. Look at the number 8 at the top. And then I say I was seeing that. My sister just got to Florida. They're still trapped in fear, and it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks to move beyond people, to evolve, and to know that people who are coming with you, like, to see people who aren't coming with you. It really does suck. It was a big disappointment for me, where I was like, I just felt disappointed. It was like I was flying out of the cage, and I seen the person, and it was like, I knew it when I seen them, but as I talked to them, I seen this. And it bothered me. It did. It only bothered me because I expected them to be like this. I expected them to also be out of that cage, and they weren't. And that's really all I kept saying after, like, when I was going home. I was like, I just can't. Like, the ego likes to repeat stories, but what my soul was feeling was like this. It was like, I just can't believe that they're still stuck in their ways. I would have thought, by now they would have evolved, that they would have been carrying a different energy. But they weren't. Let's see. What about them? What's the truth? Because right now the universe is telling the truth. Guilt. Guilt in the card underneath it also that I didn't see yet, but the universe is like both of them. Let's see. Possibilities. Possibilities. The source. People ask me, they're like, someone asked me today, they were like, maybe in the near future, or like, years from now or something. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think I'm ever going to see that happening, again. But I don't know. The unknown is very open. It is. But that person is feeling guilty. That's why they're trapped in fear. That's why they're still projecting onto you, feeling like that green person. Because they haven't got out of fear. They haven't freed themselves. They're still stuck. And that's what I was just telling you. The whole time I forgave her. She just kept saying, I know you don't forgive me. I know you don't forgive me. She was feeling like this. Even though her ego projected a different face of this. That's really what I seen when I looked into her eyes and like she started talking. It was just like, what? It was like I knew. I was like, no, you're not ready. You're not in it. But who knows what the future holds. And I did, one of the main cards, decks that I brought up here with me is Angel Answers. So, with that number 2, let's move into We Spiritual Union. Now, I know as I was talking, I was saying her, because this has to do with my self-love journey. This isn't a romantic relationship I'm talking about, but this can resonate with romantic relationship. And then we have Knowledge, the Book of Knowledge, the Book of Destiny. Who knows what destiny holds? But spiritual union is possible with a higher perspective. That higher perspective is truth. Truth is, that person doesn't want to be the green, envying person. They also want to be free. They want to be just like you. Okay. We have Thunderbolt here, which is like a tower moment. Really? I think this reading is just gonna be an emotional one. I don't even care anymore. My eyes are just gonna burn. Thunderbolt. We're at 50 minutes. This is the movement. This is the Tower moment. I really did not want to cry today. Alright, well, hey, at least I'll have good dreams. Okay. Shed my eyes. Okay. Alright, whatever. Thunderbolt. Fine. Thunderbolt. The card shows a tower being burned, destroyed, blown apart. A man and a woman are leaping from it, not because they want to, but because they have no choice. In the background is a transparent, meditating figure. Representing the witnessing consciousness. You might be feeling pretty shaky right now, as if the earth is rocking beneath your feet. What was I just saying about the core? I was just saying that about the core. Darn. All these other cards are showing themselves and I'm still channeling more and more. We had traveling and the dream. The dream is the wish upon a star here. Ah, my eye. Come on, universe. You could have told me not to put mascara on if you knew I was going to cry. Alright. You might be feeling pretty shaky right now, as if the earth is rocking beneath your feet. Your sense of security is being challenged, and the natural tendency is to try and hold on to whatever you can. But this inner earthquake is both necessary and tremendously important, if you allow it. You will emerge from the wreckage stronger and more available for new experiences. After the fire, the earth is replenished. After the storm, the air is clear. Try to watch the Get all your sweet things in time for Valentine's Day, is what my phone just said. I'm sorry, guys. My nose is itching now. After the storm, the air is clear. Try to watch the destruction with detachment, almost as if it were happening to somebody else. Say yes to the process by meeting it halfway. Okay. Yeah. That's really what I'm doing right now. This is them, you, we. This is the universe speaking its truth. This is the universe sitting me in the seat of standing in the scale with me, saying like I almost feel like that's the teacher right there, and it's like we become one when we both can see the same. You become one when you can see, you can connect to the universe. I also just felt like someone's feeling very, very lonely right now. I heard a song in my head, and I don't want to talk about it, but just because I don't want to get thrown off, but it was... Am I going to have to talk about it? Anyways, someone's feeling lonely. The universe is teaching them right now. The universe is being their reflection. That person is the universe. It's the universe. I just got the chills. Are you mad at the universe? It's like this. This is the universe. The universe is like being a shapeshifter. The universe is being like... It's all the story. That's what I just heard. Even the villain, even the hero are all the story. And the narrator is telling the story. The narrator, let's say, made the story. So you and that person are one. No one is better than the other. You're both meant for this story. I feel like the universe was like, that chaos is to teach you both, though. I knew that too, but let's keep going. Dang it. That's the movement I'm still looking at with the light seer staring at me. 55 minutes. I've been seeing 55 so much. I know it's the number of like balance, but and I did feel very balanced. Like I said, I put all the elements of my nails because symbolically I wanted to go into that wedding knowing I was going to face someone who I was working on forgiving. And I wanted to believe I did forgive that person. But that person, in saying, I know you don't believe me, I know you don't forgive me. Yes, they're feeling guilt. But the fact that they're even in my mirror just shows that needed to be worked on within myself. Okay, so let's see. What else about this person? Okay, hold on. We got 2 cards. Five of Pentacles, which is kind of that left out in the code energy. And then we got the Star, which is Aquarius. But it's also giving me that, where are you? This vibe. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy this reading. It's kind of midway. We're doing you, them, we. And it is a love reading, but it can resonate with self-love too. Where did this 10 of Cups come from? I think this 10 of Cups just slid into the reading somehow. But speaking of what I'm just speaking of right now, that's me and the person, I guess, enjoying our 10 of Cups, going from the 9 of Cups that we pulled in you to the 10 of Cups with union that we also got in them. No, and we got union and we. Right here. Okay, universe. I'm feeling like I want a new spread, but I don't feel like this is wrapped up completely yet. The Star, giving and receiving. Someone being left out in the code. Someone being left out in the code. And then the 10 of Cups here. Yeah, when you give, you don't expect to receive, but you do. The universe allows you to allows what you're giving to be your mirror back to you. To know that when you're giving, you're not just giving to that person, you're giving to yourself. Thank you. Yeah, it's all divinely guided. I'm just the messenger here. This is all the universe kind of throwing out, especially with these readings. The Sunday reading is a very general reading, but it's sometimes fine-tuned with whether or not it's love reading or a general reading. This one, they used my story today for this reading. But 10 of Cups is that Look at that. The infinity is right there too, that I was also talking about a little while ago. The Ten of Cups is a spiritual union. Okay. So if you've seen the whole beginning of this, you understand how the universe was just speaking its truth. Now, can I go into romance, universe? Because I really don't want to keep going into my sad story here. Yeah, and we have the Wheel of Fortune here. And that is change. Things, cycles of life, changing. Okay. So like I said, forgiveness, sharing is getting, somebody's in this energy while somebody else is moving past that energy. This person is trapped in fear. That is their aura. But the person who is the Queen of Fire, who is becoming the Phoenix and leaving behind old energies of fear and guilt and jealousy, they're evolved past that, this queen, but she's also having to share her abundance in forgiving and knowing that there is a possibility of spiritual union. Knowing that that person will also be in the same wavelength as that person. You can't see people as they're an enemy, because that enemy is a reflection of you. If you're going to assume that they're going to be on that level forever, it means that you're going to be on that level forever. Yeah, that's deep. That really does get to the core of things. I was just talking to someone and they were saying, they heard me saying it. They were like, I love what you're saying. And I was like, what? And they were like, you said I can't trust her. And I said, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to trust her. And she said that means that you're not going to be able to trust yourself. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, hold her. And like, she pointed out, you know, the obvious, but it wasn't so obvious to my mind at that very second. I was a little bit disillusioned. I needed some illumination, and she helped shed a little bit of illumination there with getting to the deep root of, you need to be able to trust her. And in my head, I'm like, but I don't trust anyone. I trust the universe. The universe tells me who I could trust, you know, when I feel the vibes. But it's bigger than that. It goes deeper into that, because she is that mirror image of what you need to trust inside of you. So I eventually do need to be able to trust that person. And that would bring the Lovers, the union. Trust that inner voice. Trust that her inner voice needs some tender love and care to help her grow, to be just like you, be just like the universe, rise above, become the Phoenix with that death and rebirth, and be free. With Nine of Cups, be free and have union. Union with others is union with yourself. Okay, I have a big mess here. But the Chariot's been staring at me this whole time. Right underneath it is the Devil. The Devil card. I was just saying that. The Devil is the unknown. It is you embracing the unknown. Floating into outer space. Not knowing if you'll hit a meteorite. Not knowing not knowing what's coming next. You know, that's the Death card here. That's the unknown. That's the Devil saying, take my hand, in a very graceful way, where it's like sun and moon. You're always in the sun. Can you trust the moon? Can you give in order to receive? Look what's right underneath it. The sun. Oh my gosh. The sun. It's an eclipse, a total eclipse of the heart. It's when the sun meets the moon. And right underneath it was the Eight of Cups. Letting go. But she's walking towards the sun right there. She lit her fire. She lit her Queen of Fire. Queen of Fire gives and receives. She's giving and receiving. If you're just joining, you kind of missed the whole beginning, but it's okay. I mean, we're 65 minutes in. I don't feel like this was very romance-based. I feel like it was very self-love based. We also got the Nine of Pentacles. She showed herself right here. Where are you? She showed herself right here also. Nine of Pentacles is like getting your own like ish together, being in your abundance, having prosperity, working hard to get, not to get somewhere, but carrying your strength is kind of what I'm feeling there. But in a very graceful way. Like, do you see how like they've got their wisdom? The bird is not afraid to be on her. And the last card we have right here was a Six of Pentacles. Someone outweighing their options. Someone fine-tuning, getting balance. Yeah. So all of this is helping us see beyond the illusion. And then we have the Fool card. Fool card, and then the High Priestess, and that's it for the Light Seers. The Fool card. The Fool card is the energy. It's this one right here. It's that taking a leap of faith. Just doing what you need to do. That's what I did when I said that I embraced that with open arms. Where I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And even though it didn't go according to my plan, it went according to the universe's plan, where it still showed me where the work needed to be done at. It's turning me into the High Priestess. It's turning the person who's resonating with this, the you, into the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. See that symbol in her head? What was I just saying about that symbol? Where are you? Inner voice. Helping you find your inner voice. In this card, change is what melts. The divine waters. What was once ice turns into water. What was once water will turn into ice. The divine waters are showing you your inner voice. The change. The stir up. The tower moment that brings in the chariot right after. It's showing you. It's showing you the way. I just heard that. It's showing you the way. It's transforming you. It's letting you be free. It's showing you the way out. It's like what you couldn't see before, you see now. Okay. Now. Okay. Angel answers. What do you need to say, angel answers? Them, you, we. 3 cards. I said them, you, we, didn't I? Okay. Unlikely. Trust. Communicate clearly. Okay. That's what I was just saying. It was like, I told that person, I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do that. And they were like, that was the unlikely. But trust. Communicate clearly. And look what's right underneath that. You ready? Forgiveness. Universe is annoying. Perfect timing. Okay. Alright, angel answers. You spoke. They were like, I can't say this anymore clearly. Communicate clearly. Which you might think is unlikely can be likely. With the universe, it's the unknown. Which you don't know. The universe is highly unpredictable. Okay. Let's go into postcards. Postcards is going to wrap this up in a way of like putting. I understood these 3 cards. I hope I didn't like not explain them well. Trust. This picture looks a lot like. Here I am making a mess. Where are you? Yeah, I made a mess. All right, hold on. I watch some readings sometimes. I'm always seeing them clean up the cards, and I'm just like, what if they need them again? And they do grab them again, but they grab them from the pile of the same cards. And while me, I just have them all thrown on here. I need to do a little better. Okay. Okay, it was in this deck. Where are you? Was it the tower? It was the tower. See that figure in the back meditating? The figure in the back meditating? Trust. Trust. See it from that higher perspective. Trust the universe. Your higher self. Trust your higher self. When you step out of ego, you do trust your higher self. The unlikely could be very much likely. Hold on. Universe said, look at it. The situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you are imagining it. There may be a different version of events that will take place, or it may be that what you've asked about is simply not your highest or greatest good. Place your focus on an alternative possibility. Open your eyes to see different opportunities. Be willing to experience a unique and more uplifting outcome than what you planned for yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. It's like unlikely is very much, is very universe, like, where it's unknown. It's like you can't say something will never happen. If it could happen. So be open to the universe, because seeing from that higher perspective will help you. And look at this, it has the dolphins. It has the dolphins, and what did I say about those dolphins? Where are you? Right here. Those same dolphins. Inner voice. Communicate clearly. What are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself? Because when what did it just say? So you're imagining it. It happens in the mind first. First it happens in the spirit before it happens in the physical. Whatever it is that you're wanting a resolution of, you kind of have to see it in your mind, or be open to it being different than what you imagined it to be. But don't be stuck in one way of thinking everything is black or white. The universe is so many colors. Okay, let's see. are you taking so long? Okay. Take flight. And we have that bird on the back of this. So let's see. Dear you, there is always more than one side to an argument. Two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Right. We suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternative plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys. That was what I was saying here with the Trapped in Fear card that we got. That came out in them. It came out with the guilt. Others have different stories, different experiences, and journeys. Others have different perspectives, different stories that they're also working through to heal themselves. And some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things. Once common ground is reached, you're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. An alternative plan might be laid. Stay open. I don't feel completely satisfied with that. Let's go into spiritual as fuck. Let's see. Even though the trust God one is calling me, fine. Alright, we'll go in this one first, then we'll go into that one. We're at 77 minutes. Let's see. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Okay. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one. That is totally you, without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time. That's the Venus. The Venus, when I was telling you guys about the cloak, the maid's woman bringing in the cloak, she's exposed, she's vulnerable. But it'll be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others. True closeness with others. And you will also be close to spirit and to us. Yeah. That's why I said when you get to the core of it, saying I can never trust someone is saying I can never trust myself. Because that person is your mirror. Everyone is your mirror. There is an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So, we may support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself and better, we hope, learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be glad you did. Loving you so much. Live your dreams. Didn't I tell you guys that that dreams card came out too? Where are you? Right here. The dream. Wow. And the number is 6. What was I saying about that equation a little while ago? She dreams of having that union. She dreams of having that union in the spiritual, because it hasn't manifested in the physical, and it's because this is the work. That going into the core and seeing her her shadows, being in your darkness, seeing what lies there, seeing what gems you might discover in that darkness. It's like Hades is telling Persephone, like, take my hand, let's go explore the underworld together, let's go see what's down there. And it's like she goes down there, and as she's down there, where are you at? Dang it, here I go making a mess again. As she's down there, she's shoot, where are you? As she's down there, she's seeing it like this. Instead of seeing it as full of darkness, she's actually seeing light in the darkness. She's seeing all those stars. She's connecting to everything, and she's seeing her dream. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little off topic. Let's go back into these cards right here. All right, universe. Okay. Grace and peace be yours in abundance. That is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 2. Grace and peace be yours in abundance. Abundance is not just being rich, it's sharing your abundance also. Grace and peace. People want peace of mind. People want grace, gracefulness. That will be yours in abundance, in that giving and receiving, in that flow. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. Safe. What was I saying? I was saying about being in outer space and being in the unknown. All right, don't get me wrong, but when I'm saying this right now, I'm saying it again in the double energy of being divinely protected. You're going to be okay when you explore your darkness. You're going to drift off into space, but you're going to be grounded still. You seek the universe, and in the universe, you are safe. The godly, the people who do the work, the people who are connecting to their soul. Yeah, the beginning of this reading, I was really feeling it strong, where someone wanted to be saved. Someone wanted someone to save them. And I was like, in my head, like, what? You want someone to save you? Like, don't you know that you are the love of your life? You save yourself. No one is coming to save you. It's between you and the universe. The universe just told me go into romance angels. Trying to get romantic now? No one's coming to save you. Go into romance angels. Like, what? Okay. Wait, before I do that, let me put this away because this is too much. The Lord would hold The Lord will withhold no good thing from those who do what's right. Don't be afraid to do what's right, because that is the wheel that helps change. That is the tower that helps connect two people into becoming one. Glory to the God who is able through his mighty power at work within us to accomplish infinitely more than we might ask or think. Wow. Through the universe's mighty power within us to accomplish infinitely more than what we might ask or think. That was what it was saying earlier. Like, stay open. And see a different perspective. See it like, don't stay rooted in one way of thinking. Be open to the universe's way of giving you more than what you might ask for or even think about. If you remember what I read earlier, you'll know how that connects. Everything is helping us evolve. No, doing the right thing will never make you lose. That's why I said when I did the right thing, I didn't do it for other people. I did it because I know there was no way I would lose in doing that. I did it because it was the right thing, and I didn't want to do any other, and I wouldn't have done otherwise. Romance angels, where are you? Religious factors are staring at me too. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This is the spiritual path. Spiritual union. Spiritual union is not just like, I bought her roses and now she's mine. Or I bought her a gift and now she forgives me. It's way more than that. It's how they say marriage is the meeting of like God. It's husband, wife becoming one with source. It's bigger than just rings. It's bigger than just saying, oh, that's my wife, I have the paper. It's God in the middle. It's like I'm tapped into the universe. You're tapped into the universe. And yes, to become one. And there goes that cup right there. That Nine of Cups. Did you guys notice that in the Nine of Cups card, where are we? In the Nine of Cups, she's by herself, right? What is that? It almost looks like a current. There's like a current on the top of that, but that's besides the point. Is she underwater? I think she's underwater. I think she's, even though I never noticed that before, she's under the water. She's like a mermaid kind of in this way. Like the treasure is under the water. The cups are floating up. She's floating with the cups. She's flowing. She's in the flow. Going with the flow. She's going with the flow with that water. She's in the water, right? And then when it turns to 10, it's union. It's like what I said before, the 10th cup is the self-love cup. It's like I said, it's the equal. It's the 6 and the number 6 over here with the equal symbol in the middle where two become one. Okay. So that's religious factors. What am I doing? Okay. The strength card just showed itself too. Be brave. Universe is not against you. Everything you do, whether you think it's a bad choice or a right choice, it will make movement and you'll eventually know what choice to make after that. Let's see. Communicate clearly. Don't speak from your ego. Don't speak from your ego. Speak from the God inside of you. Speak from that inner voice. Speak from that inner voice. Alright, let's see. What about Romance Angels Universe? Why did you want me to use this deck? We've already seen religious factors. Okay. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That giving and receiving. That giving and receiving. Because the universe is telling me, I mean, this could... Okay. Universe is saying your abundance is what they're talking about with this card. I feel like she's planting a seed. Finances and career. And I feel like she's planting a seed and she's waiting for it to grow. But she has to give to the seed for it to give back to her. She has to give to receive. I just got like a thought in my head of like somebody giving like charity. Like let's say you've seen a homeless person on the street and you had like $5 and you gave them like $3 and you were left like $2. And like somebody else was like, no, I'm not gonna give them my whole $5. I'll give them like, you know, like $2.50 or so, you know, whatever. And instead of giving them like, you know, give more to receive back more. Someone needs to know that when you give, you're gonna receive even more back to you. Don't be afraid to give. Okay, a card fell. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. We got past life relationship. Also, you have known each other before. Okay. So, I did say in the beginning that this could be twin flame here with that illumination. I did give you a story of how it was my self-love version, how I was seeing it, but this is very much also romance based too. The dream, seeing it in the spiritual, wanting it to be in the physical. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. As you get to that core within yourself, your core within communicating clearly and talking clearly about things with each other, being outside of your ego and more in your spirit. That's the only way you're going to achieve union, is when you're in your spirit and you're not in an ego talking, because it's spiritual union. It's right there, you know. But here goes Yin. Here goes Yin. Look, Yang's been in the room the whole time, and now Yin decides to come in and be nosy. Okay, but what's up, baby? What's up? Okay. You reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. Yeah. It's like the onion, the layers. As you peel off all those layers of ego, of saying like, I don't trust this person did that, or whatever, and you really get to the root of it, the core, and you see the tower moment happen, and all those things kind of shed off of it. Then you can see clearly. Then you can see something go from, hold on, spiritual to physical. Spiritual to physical, but also divine union, where physical is to spiritual. Eyes. I know that might sound weird, but It's what I'm hearing exactly. And when I heard it again, it was like saying like spiritual to physical eyes. This is a romance of a lifetime. It's a past life relationship. In the physical, you might think it's my first time meeting this person, but in the spiritual, it's a past life relationship. So when you get to the core of it, let's say this is the core. When you get deep into the core, from being physical to going into spiritual, you can see that it's a past life relationship. You can see you're divinely, I'm sorry, my kids are being loud, my cat opened my door. You can see it's a past life relationship. But also, as you go from spiritual to physical, you kind of manifest something into the physical that you've been dreaming about. It's kind of getting lost in the sauce, but I hope you guys get what I'm trying to get with that. So it's getting to know each other. Getting to know each other brings you that true love. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Allow the universe to have space to make this outcome whatever it's meant to be. The unlikely card we had. Give the universe space. Don't be so stubborn in your thinking of like, oh, it's gonna be this, and I don't think I'm ever gonna feel this way. And it's like, you're locking it in. It's like, where are you? You're trapping yourself in this fear. And the sun is shining right there. It's like you're saying the sun's never gonna come out. And it's like, the sun's like, I'm out. Why haven't you came out yet? And then we got trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Hold on, my kids are being loud. And then we have attraction, which is law of attraction here. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Fully as in not in your ego. Step out of your ego to actually see clearly. All right. Let's get like 2 of these and see what else the universe wants to add to this message. We're at 97 minutes. And I got 2 cards exactly. That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna put you guys back before you all start talking to me. Alright, whatever. Okay. Holy shit. You are enough. Hold on. Let me organize these cards real quick because I love to pick up the cards and show you guys how they connect to what I'm reading. How all the cards we got in this message is. Wow, we got trust twice. We got trust twice there. Okay. Ooh, I'm sorry. I waste all this time cleaning up my mess. Hear the music? Music is kind of good. Let me not jinx it. Okay. All right. Where was I at? Holy shit. You are enough, right? Holy shit. You are enough. I'm sorry. I'm like, why does the picture look weird? And it's because it's upside down. Holy shit, you are enough. This person doesn't think they're enough. This person is trapped in fear. And holy shit, you can be that person too. That is you. You're both one. We're all the universe experiencing itself, really. What you see in me is in you too. I just heard that also. What would happen if you let yourself drop all the reasons you've made up about why you're not good enough? What if you tried it just for today? You can always go back to believing you're not good enough tomorrow. But you may find you like the way it feels to like yourself. Like really, really like yourself. Kind of nice, right? Self-love is soul retrieval. Rise above your fuckheadedness. Rise above your fuckheadedness. Oh my god, this reminds me of my sister. My sister, because we used to always, like, my dad, we used to always make up these funny, like, ways of cursing. Like, or what was it? It was football head? No, it was not football head. Fuckhead. It was a fuckhead? I don't know. My dad used to be like, you know, come here, you fuckhead. Like, we used to, like, laugh about it. But, rise above your fuckheadedness. I want to say, so if my sister is on and you know what word I'm trying to say, it's a word. It's funny. Alright, whatever. We're all fuckheads in our own way. The trick to winning at life is developing the ability to identify your own flavor of fuckheadedness and then rise above it. What one little thing can you do differentish and betterish today? You beautiful fuckhead, you. Identify your own flavor of fuckheadedness. Yeah. It's like that phoenix is rising, but in a way, she can kind of look at that person and understand how that's in her too. How that's mirroring to her also. What can she do better? By sharing. Sharing her love, sharing her abundance, rising, being that queen of fire. Giving without even thinking about receiving. Knowing that when she's giving to that person, she is giving to herself. She's like, I'm recognizing the fuckhead in you is in me too. So to heal that fuckheaded in you, which is also in me, you know, is me too, I'm gonna be better towards you. Because that will help me. That will rise me up. Okay. Like really, really, you're like yourself. Really, really love yourself. Even holding on to that little bit of resentment inside of you is gonna weigh you down. It's gonna weigh you down. It's like they say, being angry. You're the one who's feeling that, not that person. You're hurting yourself. You're not hurting that person. Okay, where we're at 102 minutes. Okay, little talk. Now, since we have our whole message kind of out there. Why did I do that? Okay. Let's get from our categories. Let's get hopes and dreams. These are questions. Let's see if these questions help reveal things inside of us. You can ask yourself this question. I'll give you an example with my own answer. But just hold the intention that these questions will help bring out what's deep in your core. Shed light on those dark parts of you that need light. Hopes and dreams. They're very random, so let's see. What skill or talent do you wish you had? What skill or talent do you wish you had? I mean, I already feel like I have the ability to help heal people, but I'm more of a guide. I don't actually have the... Actually, I do have the skill. I guess I could say that. But I wish I had, like, you know, like that God ability to be like, you're healed. Boom. But I don't, you know. I could just help lead the way, but also show you through my own journey how it's possible. Be a guiding light for others. Okay, let's get a reflection. Blue. Let's see. What's your proudest achievement? Wow. You know what's funny? A lot of times people ask me questions and I think about life, right? I'm like, okay, my whole journey, and they ask me like, all right, what's your favorite movie? You know, when you were a kid, For me, it was Peter Pan. And throughout the years, you know, I've watched so many movies that, you know, some of the movies were so great. And I'm just like, wow, that's a great movie. And, like, I love Mulan. I love a lot of new movies that came out. I mean, Mulan is old, but I mean the new one, whatever. But your perspective is always changing. And it's like, right now is the highest self I could say I've ever been in my life, because I'm not who I was yesterday. I'm not who I was even a minute ago. So my proudest achievement is being here right now. Because that's really all that matters to me. It's like my proudest. I mean, I've had a lot of achievements in life, but my proudest would be right here, right now. Okay. Self-expression, emotional intelligence. Let's go to emotional intelligence. What makes you a great sister or brother? What makes you a great sister or brother? So, alright, I grew up Christian, so as Christian, we always used to say, like, oh, everyone is your sisters and brothers. We're all sisters and brothers. But even in spirituality, we are all sisters and brothers. I mean, we're all the earth. We're all born from water, from the earth. You know, we're all made from earth, whatever. But what makes you a great sister or brother? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the party? You know? I guess that would be it. My light makes me a great sister or brother. I help shed light in areas, but that's what makes me great. I'm not gonna mention what makes me not so great, but I think that's what makes me great, is my light that I shed. The lantern that I am for others. Thank you. I try not to read the comments too much, but I like seeing them there as I'm reading. Just because they don't throw me off. If anything, they do help with the reading. They connect to it too. But just because I post this later, a lot of people watch them later. And they're like, who's she talking to? They can't see the comments. But yeah, someone said, that was the best answer and you're very enlightened. Thank you. How many did I get? I got 3 already? Alright, well, let's get one more. One more. Random. Oh, this one again. This one's been haunting me. What house rule should we set that everyone must follow and why? What house rule should we set that everyone must follow and why? I bought this best self little talk for me and my kids. And they ended up sending me, I bought this one and the intimacy deck. And they ended up sending me doubles. So eventually I want to do a giveaway with this one. Because now I already gave away the intimacy one. So I only have the best self. Be kind. Yes, that's actually one of my year, what's that word? Resolutions. Where be kind is my word for this year, because I'm really working on that. Sometimes I can be mean, especially like to my kids. Not mean like mean, but like mean where I could be kinder. I'm kind of always in my Queen of Swords when it comes to teaching them sometimes. Sometimes I'm Queen of Cups, but I think I could be more kinder. So I've been working on that. And that's why I said I went into that party with open arms, and I really meant what I said about being kind. But as always, we have our fuckheadedness that we always have to rise above and see ourselves in others and see them in ourselves too. So I think that was a big message, sort of. But with law of attraction and seeing yourself in others, what could you attract more to your self-love journey that would help you see more love in others too. So I'm gonna leave it with that. Yeah, because we have deception right underneath it. And it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Someone is not being their true self. But that mask is the ego. But we could always see underneath the mask. Like I said, it's in the eyes. It's in the eyes. The eyes are the gateway to the soul. I already forgave. It was just when they started talking, I seen the mask, and I was like, the mask is still there. They're still in their cage. But possibilities are on the horizon. Okay? Possibilities of someone being out of this guilt, going with the flow, to becoming one. The truth will prevail. I heard reveal and I heard prevail at the same time. It would reveal itself and it will prevail. So, this was an emotional reading. This was crazy. You know, with the twin flame journey, a lot of people romanticize it, and it's really, really more than that. It's so much about doing the work and going into your soul and really like soul retrieval. It's really that, because twin flame journey is a spiritual union. It's not for the weak-hearted. It's for people who actually are doing the work. It's not a fantasy land. Oh, he swept me off my feet and I've never touched the ground again ever since. Like, it's more than that. It's this. It's this right here. You want to meet the love of your life? Be the love of your life. So that you can see the love of your life when you come face to face with them. So you can attract them into your life. So that you're not running into a mask. So that you can see beyond the mask. I'm right now enjoying being single. I am. I can literally say throughout my life, because as a kid I was like, you know, we're in school, we have little boyfriends and stuff. I was always like, I always had a boyfriend, but it was never like, I didn't kiss them or anything like that until like I hit high school. But I remember at one point in my life saying, I haven't been single in so long. And then I got into a serious relationship with my kid's dad, and I was like 7 years in a serious relationship that I didn't want to be in. And then I finally left him, and I've been single for like 5 years now. And I can literally say it hasn't been till now, like maybe January. No, it's been working up to that, but it hasn't been till recent in my phase right now of life that I can literally say with confidence and honesty that I'm really happy being single right now. I'm really becoming my most whole self, so that whenever this happens, whenever it's divine timing for that, I'm complete. I'm full of love and truth. Look at the leaf right there. Turning a new leaf. I feel like my little sister just said that yesterday. I feel like that was her words exactly. I feel like we're turning a new leaf. I swear that's what I heard. But, yeah. What time is it? 11:27. Okay. Haunting number. I think that's my cue. So, with love, divine soul retrieval love, I'm going to leave you guys and say goodnight. So I hope you resonated with this. I hope this helps you. I hope that my journey will show you that love is real. Love is so much more than what we portray it to be in the movies. That love is real too. But that love comes with being whole within yourself first. It's not you just wake up one morning, you know? But yeah, communicate clearly. Step out of your ego. Be open to the universe. And don't be stubborn. Don't think everything is set in stone. Alright, guys. So I love you. Good night. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do so with the link in my bio on my website. You can book a reading. I have to update my website. My laptop kind of crashed, but I can still access everything through my phone. But I can actually update the mobile version, but not the computer version. But yeah, so if you check it out and it's just a little bit of stuff that I need to update, you'll know why. But yeah, that's really it. It's the Wheel of Fortune, guys. This is the wheel turning. This is the Tower. This is the Union. So, good night. Bye.